Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, this guy's got some hands on him, DC, and sometimes he takes issue when we call him a boxer because he is an MMA fighter, and a well-rounded one at that. But it's hard not to lead the dance and lead the walk with the boxing skills that really are off the charts.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So he can be mad, but I would be happy to be called a boxer if I possessed that set of skills. If I had the ability to mix the target as well as he does. When he's most comfortable, when he's flowing, when the head is moving, when it's never on the center line, when he's landing body shots, when he's following that left body shot with that beautiful left hook, that's when he is most dangerous. It's a guy that for all that he can do in the octagon, at the end of the day, he was a boxer first and a fantastic boxer at that when he stepped into the UFC.
And don't sell yourself short, you done a pretty good job.
I'm trying, but I'm not this guy.
Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Bergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. The gentleman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 242 pounds. Fighting out of New York, Iron.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway. All right, here we go. Round 1, outstanding matchup of strikers. Any chance this thing hits the canvas tonight?
I don't believe so. I think when you have 2 high-level strikers like you have in these 2 men, they're going to go to the center of the octagon, and it's going to be a kickboxing match. A kickboxing match that you will see in a ring. Tonight you get to watch it inside of an octagon.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC. Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that touch. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC, connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs to throw that right punch straight down the pipe. It's unreal.
Takedown defense holds up. Goes upstairs for an elbow. Got clipped with the right hand. So 1 minute into this fight, and as many people expected, the action absolutely crazy. Back and forth This is a full-on brawl.
It's hard to watch a fight like this and call a fight like this because you never know when somebody's going to take that one shot that finishes the fight. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Tags him with the left. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block a shot that's incoming. He has a commitment to kick it tonight, and it shows. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, single collar tie here.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Trying to hammer that lead leg. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Single collar tie now. And they clinch once again.
Hands high, hands high.
Missed with that attempt.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Blocks the shot.
Beautiful kick. I mean, he's cutting them down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
A single collar tie there. And both guys really throwing with authority. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
All right, single collar tie now. Slips that left hand. Oh, and he caught the kick.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, huge right hand.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, big left hook there.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook. He's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round.
Game of inches right there, boys. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Final seconds here.
Nice punch lands over the top.
5 minutes in the books.
Take a seat. Breathe. Listen, that was awesome. We need more of that. I want you to go out of
All right, now we take a look back at some of the highlights. He has had his kicking game going early and often tonight.
I mean, on point, right? He knew that this was going to be a way for him to take control of this fight. He's used those kicks to really put him out ahead, and I'm not sure if his opponent has the ability to adjust and stop him from landing these over and over.
All right, so here we go with our next round, and there was a lot for him to like defensively in the previous round, almost as if he's 1 or 2 steps ahead of his opponent in terms of seeing the strike before it came his way.
He did a great job of moving his head as his opponent was attacking. But then when his opponent tried to string combinations together, it was his block defense that was really saving the day for him. He's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Checks the leg kick.
Great punch landing with so much power.
he engages in the single collar tie. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, collar tie.
Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection.
Hard shots landing on both sides here.
His hands are down. Let's set up that
Straight right hand, no good. Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace. Powerful leg kick land.
Oh, nice job to slip off the center line there. His head movement has been a huge factor defensively in this fight.
You can never be a stationary target, so even if the feet aren't moving, you gotta be ready to slip that head at a moment's notice.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Nice punch lands.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're gonna have to put something on your opponent that's gonna really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he
Oh,
may be
nice
able to
scramble
finish
by
the
him
fight.
there. Takedown defense on point. He is a master in transition. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. Oh, and he connects there. His hands look good tonight.
So fast. I mean, this guy has tremendous hand speed. You gotta be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab. It almost looked like he went limp there for a second.
punches and bunches. Let's go.
Nice hook lands. Meets a big knee. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking. Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out.
You got him.
Right hook attempt. That's a miss. Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Spinning back fist is there.
Oh, nice.
Big roundhouse now, just misses.
That's a big strike right there.
And they separate. And he caught the kick. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Trying to stay in this fight. Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Battling for hooks.
There's no give on that leg kick.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Single collar tie. Just misses there with the left. 10 seconds to go. Oh, single collar tie here. Well, we'll see if he can turn this defense into offense, but he's doing a great job blocking shots here tonight.
As of right now, he's thinking more defensively, and he's doing a great job of not taking any damage.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays, DC, and if you like the kicking game, that was the round for you.
Yeah, man, he used his kicks beautifully. He managed distance, managed space, and eventually those kicks started to really take an effect on his opponent and slow him down. He has to stay the course next round.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and that's at some point these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick. And watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ.
Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses.
There's no tell on that leg kick. As he gets close and he's out of the kicking range, he'll change his stance.
His leg is hurt here. You can see him limping a little bit.
Dig and kick. Caught that kick there. What a punch.
And they separate. Back and forth we go. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out. And they separate.
Big kick lands.
Closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
3 minutes now to go in this one. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. And he caught the kick. We'll see what he can do with it.
Nice straight punch.
Man, it's...
Oh! He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh! He's out!
Holy smokes! What a fight!
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay. It ends up a knockout, but this was really a striking clinic from the moment they touched him.
I mean, a competitive fight. That one guy finally found the shot that ended the fight. But both of these warriors displayed a ton of heart. One guy got the finish, but neither guy should be disappointed in their performance.
Here's the buff with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliana has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 29 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout.
Oh, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? Because it's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.